we are four costume houses, and we are for films, television, and we formed this alliance 1 year ago, Andrea?
Yep.
Yep, 1 year ago. And he started with a little conversation before among us, and then we start to see each other and to have the first meeting in which we see each other just to see our eyes, to introduce us in, because we were all competitors. We never speak about, as Jeremy said, we never speak with each other before. So it was a news for all of us. But we started this because we understand that it was the time to collaborate, because the movie, the cinema, was always hard for all of us, and so to work together we can afford each problem in different way, with the same eyes, with the same strongness, and so for this very reason we start this, and then Andrea can say something more. 500 years of family history between us, and film and TV customs easily accessible throughout 12 countries in Europe that we can cover, and deal with one company, but have with a considerable benefit of one unlimited stock. The stock of each house is available for the whole country. So if I have a client that has come to me to see costume from Tirelli Costume House, he selected the costumes, and then maybe we miss some pieces, costumes. We asked to Andrea, to Paola and Cornejo, or Jeremy, if they have more of this stock, and we collaborated to make all the movie together. So we start with Tirelli now, and Tirelli Costume House is founded in the 1964 by Umberto Tirelli, and now is led by Dino Trappetti. We have 7,100,000 square meters space, and more of, you can see 350 costumes from every historical period. We start from pre-archaic era to the modern one. And also we have a very important archive in which we have the period original pieces that is inspiration for us, for the school, for the students, for example, of the ACC association or other school, and also inspiration for costume designer.
Costume house located mainly with our headquarters in Berlin, Germany. I would say one of the leading houses in Germany, and meanwhile also because of our cooperation in Europe, the company also turns 120 in 2 years, so it's a long tradition on costume making and costume rental.
So I'm Paula Cornejo from Cornejo. This company also is a family-owned business company, and founded in 1920, and in Madrid, Spain. We also work with a French costume designer, and we are very happy to be here with all of you. And more or less is the same history and the same problem that we have with the other costume houses, so it's very interesting to have the opportunity to share also the problems and the information. And I think all of this can do strong and offer our costume designer, the production company, the best solution and the best way to work. I think so. And we don't have here Angel's costume.
Yes.
But
Everybody
also
knows
everybody knows, and was Angel costume that started talking with Cornejo 6 years ago to start a collaboration. I think it's very important to say because it's the first time that two costume houses that do the same work can collaborate and work together. And I think it's like a idealistic idea, but it's possible. we are starting with Angels, and now we have double the members, and I think we are the best, no?
I think what is said here and what was said by Jeremy Friday night and also now by Paula is really the idea behind the alliance is really to be a common partner of the costume teams. This is really something we definitely agree on. We all know, and it was also said in Maximilian's speech, the pressure from the production companies is getting more strong, especially if it comes to budgets, working conditions, and so on. And we four really agreed on that through our collaboration, we also want to strengthen the costume teams and help them to get their job done, so to say. This is some nice pictures about our costumes from all our houses. It's really millions. We all know that to be a good supplier or a good costume house has nothing to do how many pieces you have. It's more about what kind of pieces and the quality you have. So we stop saying that we are the biggest one or that we have, I don't know how many millions. I think important is that all the costumes have a very good and high quality, and this is what we really stand for. So this is a little bit like what we offer. So all periods of costumes. You can get access to office space or working space, not in each country, but as already said by Laura, we are present in 11 European countries, and in some of them we have also spaces which you can use. We collaborate, with each other, but also with other houses. We have fitting rooms, we have meeting rooms, we have different services from all around all the logistic matters in connection to your production. A team of specialists, I think this is what we all stand for, that really people working in our companies are really also specialists. So coming from costumes, art, tailors, sewers, we don't have to say that we are able really to deliver also to not only in Europe, so also to international productions in Canada and all over the world. Unlimited stock, that was all said. European leading costumes, 500 years. Yes. How it works. So I think this is very interesting for you. So as said, you as costume teams have access to all our houses, so to all our stocks. But at the end, there is one face to the customer. We all know, and I say it here now, is we all know that next to our costumes, mostly it is asked, can you invoice us through Poland, or can you invoice us through France? Can you invoice us through Italy? So next to our costume, it's properly very important that we as suppliers are able really to fulfill this need for financing the production. So this is the idea behind it, to be honest. But that makes it really very easy, this collaboration, because the production company, mostly the supervisors, the line producers, they have one face For example, when we did Amadeus last year in Hungary, it was really with Lisa Duncan, a very, very big production. All of us delivered, but the main contact person was Theaterkunst, because we have the Hungarian daughter company. So in another case, if we talk about, I can't remember another project, they're mostly all in East Europe. So we worked on Nuremberg together with Angels. So this is, for the production company, I think it's quite comfortable really to have only one contact person in one of our houses. For you, and this is on the other side very important for us, you as the costume teams, you work with each house. So what we don't do is we don't discuss conditions, we don't discuss prices, we don't discuss some logistic matters. So you can really work like you are used to with each house, and we behind that take care that all the administration around invoicing and so is not your problem, it's our problem with the mostly service production company. To give you an overview where we are located. So, as said, it's 12 countries meanwhile, and if there is any country not named, let us know. Let's
We
see.
can think about it.
Let's see.
Yeah,
If there are trends for countries, we are open.
yeah.
Quite open.
I guess my first question is just why, you mentioned that Angels approached you 6 years ago. Why did they do that?
It's very not funny but interesting also, because Team know about Cornejo, Team Angel, of course. Team Angel knows about Cornejo, but in this moment, 6 years ago, we have a change in the business. And he read about my father history in the costume house, and he is like he saw the same history that in Angels, but in Cornejo. It's a family business with different problems in family and business, and he write us an email only to say, I know we don't know personally, but we have the same problems in family and in business. So we have a meeting after this, a very interesting meeting in Madrid, and my father Humberto and Team Angel. It's like they look in a mirror, okay, an English mirror and a Spanish mirror, and they understand very, very good. And it's like how say un pacto de caballeros. It's like a chevalier, le chevalier pact, without any right, only the hand, and we work together. We are going to collaborate for the first time, and team has also in mind to have more costume houses, the biggest in Europe, Theaterkunst and Tirelli, and he try also to have more members in this collaboration, and finally we get it, and I think it's, I don't know how, maybe you can ask the question, but maybe I can explain how it works, but it works very good. Sorry, I don't have the clue, but maybe we are more similar than different, and I think it's the knowledge of the costume, the tradition, the artisanal work, and also the respect for each costume house between us, because for us it's not a competence between. It's like a I don't know the word.
It's an alliance.
Alliance,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
and we try to do the best not only for our costume house. If I don't have, for example, if I don't have enough stock costume for a project, first thing, okay, I'm going to write Laura, Andrea, or Jeremy to talk about this project. How is your stock in this moment of this period? Can I recommend the costume designer to write you, to email you to have more information? and it's like a natural. It's not. I don't mind if in Cornejo we rent less costume than in Pirelli or Theatre Kunst or Angels, because I think the best for Cornejo is also the best for the other costume houses. So it's like we work in the same way. I don't have any more.
Of course, in our center there is the costume designer. Costume designer is our client, is our friend. So when the costume designer decide to come to go to Cornejo, Teatro Kunst, Angels, or Tirelli, he is idea of costume. So he select what he prefer. Maybe we have 100 costumes of the area or the period, but the costume designer decided to select 20 because he loves that 20. So when he say maybe the costume designer say I would like to select something else, and we ask to the other costume houses if he can help, because he have a selection he's made. We don't push the costume designer, please, take all. I can say, okay, if you take more, you have a best price, but of course it's normal. The most important thing is to have a good relationship with the costume designer, to leave him free to select, to keep in his mind in the decision, and to give him or her the most effort possible with our houses.
I would say it works because each of us is very strong in his home market. So we are safe, more or less, as we can save in this industry. And then on the other side, and nobody of us has the aim really to enter into one of these markets, because when I joined Theater Kunst 5 years ago, sure, it was easy to open a house in Poland, in Prague, in Budapest, in Austria, because there was not really competition. There were some smaller houses, but not really competition. And then when my shareholders asked me, okay, and how can we enter into the French market, the UK market, the Spanish market, the Italy market, I said, we cannot go there individually and open a branch there. That doesn't make any sense, because the competition by Cornejo, Tirelli, Angels is so big that we will not have a chance to be there with a very limited stock. And this is when then I started traveling to Rome, to Madrid, and we meet with Angels, so on. It was really also because it is that nobody of us can be strong individually in the market of the others. So, and this is what I think we all get.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, with regards to France, so I don't see among the four companies, there's not a French company, but does one of you have? So you have a French branch as well, yeah.
Yes, we have here a French office.
Okay.
So we can invoicing through this French company, and it's very good for the French costume designer because of the le crédit d'impôt. And we think about this matter because as the beginning of the internationally open of Cornejo, we work a lot with the French cinema. And for us it's very important to offer this opportunity to the costume designer to have the option of have Cornejo costume, but with a French invoice, and for the production is perfect. So everybody happy.
Yeah, but I think it's also, maybe there comes the question up, why are these four? Why is there not Eurocostume and Compagnie de Costume and Cosprops and blah, blah, blah? We had a discussion on that, and we said, come on, we four, because it is behind it is a lot of communication, administration, so yes, we want to keep it simple. But for example, Amadeus. We were asked not at the Hungarian company, we were asked by the production company, oh, is it also possible that you work together with Anna Mode in Italy and also Euro Costumes here in France? So I talked to Paula and Laura, said, is it okay? I'm asked by the production, and we decided, yes, it's okay. Yeah. So it's really to make clear that we also have a close relationship with Pascal, with Bob, also with Cosprops, so you with Anna Moda. So this is, but we said, come on, we for, and because we are not a lobby something, it's not an alliance to make lobbying for costume houses. It's really, we want to do business, to be honest. So it's also to make more projects.
So you're flexible, like on a film by project basis. Yeah, it's not you're not required to work with the members.
Yeah, genau.
Yeah, but in fact, in the last production we are for now, the production has to have one costume house. So we are and we send our invoices and costume to Andrea, and Anna Mode pass through us. So Anna Mode made a invoice to us, and then we went to there, because if it's difficult otherwise to reach, because as Andrea told, it's not a problem for the costume designer, but it's a lot of work behind. Because we send a mail, an invoice, and they see arrive the money, not that arrive the deposit, not that arrive push the so it's a lot of work. So for this reason, at the moment, we are for.
Okay.
I'm wondering how your alliance works and helps for rentals to the United States. Is there anything with the tariffs, the crazy tariffs? Is it better to send to invoice from the UK, or better to invoice from Italy or something like that? Do you know?
We will have
Does anybody know?
costume house in
It
America
would be
next step.
interesting. Because I'm sharing it in social media.
Yeah.
So.
I have no idea.
Nobody has a U.S. operation.
No,
Yeah.
no.
But we
No,
have
no,
an
not
idea.
not because it would be an American operation, but often American productions do rent from these houses.
Because
So,
yes,
yeah,
but
but
a lot of American production, we are working at the moment with 3 American production, but they have a service in Budapest, Prague, or Berlin. So they never, it's very rarely that they shoot in America, they stay in America. So, right, there are a lot of production, I imagine, but a lot of them have shooting in Europe, in East of Europe, so in this reason we can help very well.
Yeah.
And the next step will be to have a costume house in America.
Or Australia. Or Australia. Yeah, the Golden Coast.
Yeah,
no, but I think this is really for Theaterkunst. I could say that 99% we work in Europe, especially since it became so much more administration to deliver costumes to America. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think just to kind of continue on your question, we don't know yet, and because there was this issue of them imposing tariffs on Hollywood, productions that are going outside the United States.
Yeah,
But nobody knows what that's going to be. I mean, we're waiting on John Voight and Sylvester Stallone to decide. No, but I mean, personally, I don't think it's going to happen in any major way. It's so impractical, and the studios are all against it, and so I don't. But that would be more of an issue for your business, because that would deal with European productions possibly. So.
And just in a way, it's also the fact that you build up this alliance regarding what we're saying right now, this panel. It's also a way to protect this heritage of the history of costumes. It's a form of heritage of cinema, of films, because yeah, these are long story houses, so it's our tools as costume designers or costumiers to work with those costumes, and in a way you're protecting this European heritage, and by being together, trying to get stronger with all these economic changes as well, and so I guess it's also very good news in terms of an artistic and historical point of view.
Yeah.
I don't work in costumes, so I don't know, but are your prices similar, or did you have to speak about prices? Did you have to align prices?
No, we have our method. For example, in Cornejo, we calculate the rental price by all the duration of the shooting, for example, and I know that maybe in an Angel's costume they do by week, and okay, it's no problem. I have my prices, and Andrea in Theater Kunst, her prices, and Laura in Tinelli, Trapetti also, and Angels. If we collaborate in one production, I have my own budget, and Theater Kunst, so it's not, we don't have a list of prices to put in all the, no.
In each country, we have different taxes or different expenses for employer,
Yes.
different. So, of course, there is a difference. We see that we don't have so different or prices at all, but we have different methods. But this is also important because each of us had our own clients, for example. So if you have this relationship with these clients, you continue for that. And, if she has a client that is okay, please, this client is important to me, she can see to have a particular eyes to do. But all of us had each history, his country in which he lives. We saw with the taxes of the or something to pay in different ways. So this is for these differences are that, but we collaborated in all these different ways.
I wanted to understand something. You said you have 12
We are located in 12
located
countries.
location, but is it a 12 warehouse or is it just 12 bill
Races, yeah.
administration stuff?
Yeah, it's a mix. It's no. But to be honest, to say the main warehouses are in Madrid, London, Berlin, and Rome. But we, for example, in Poland, Budapest, Austria, and Prague, we have smaller offices there. We have also people working for us there. But it's not. It's mainly that the stock is really located in one of our headquarters.
Okay, so people have to move to you to see the
Yes.
main.
Mostly, or
Or
if they ask
picture.
us, or if they ask us to do a kind of pre-selection, we can also bring it to the country they want to shoot. Yeah.
We work a lot, for example, with pictures because we have a studio in our warehouse, a studio to take a picture on dummies, and we give an assistant to take pictures in according of the mood board of the costume designer. So we work a lot with, for example, costume designer in America, as you say, from Brooklyn, and we send it pictures of the costumes, and also at the moment we are making new stuff for the principals from distance. They send us the sketches and the fabrics, and we prepare the toile. We send to them. They are fitting. We are fitting by Zoom. Then we send back, and we prepare the costume. So now it's easy.
Since the Brexit, I didn't, Jeremy's not here, but I didn't work with Angels anymore. Do you know, because it's harder to, it takes longer. You have to make long
ATA, and
Yeah.
lists for costumes.
What we do when we work together with Angels as Theaterkunst, we do it mainly now really with direct transport. So we have a company located in Potsdam who is doing really very, very well with all these customs things, so they prepare the carnet and then they do a direct drive to London or Pinewood Studios or somewhere, and they get it also back, the same company. It was not a problem in the past with the past project. Also with Nuremberg, it worked at the end, and it was through an Hungarian transport company. I think for them, Jeremy would say maybe other things, that the Brexit is really a problem for the UK-based suppliers. So we see, if we have, for example, UK costume designers shooting not in the UK, they often come also to one of our houses, because for us it's much easier to deliver to Prague or to Budapest or to Poland. Sure, the Brexit is a big mess for them, I would say.
Because you are 4 big houses, is there not like sort of monopoly now going on, or is there?
No.
Are we not afraid for the small
No, because
houses?
there
I
are-
have no clue. I'm not. Are there any small houses that don't exist anymore
Yes, it
because
is.
of that? I don't know.
I can say for Germany, we have something not similar. It doesn't have a name, but we have a monthly call. I think it was since the meeting we had at Delikatessen in Berlin 2 or 3 years ago. Since then, the German houses have a monthly call. Now to discuss also challenges, problems, but also projects going on. And these are all smaller than Theaterkunst. No, I think it's not a problem, because the idea also behind this collaboration is to pretend the diversity, because we all know we don't say the name here. We don't give him the floor. We ignore it. But we all know that there was somebody in Europe who wants to buy all of us. So he visited all of us.
Not
really. Oh, he was afraid of you, oder? Yeah. No, but he visited Theaterkunst, and yeah. So, and this is what we also want to keep. We want to keep the diversity of many costume houses. So also the smaller ones, they don't see us as competitors, because not really, not in Germany. In Germany, it's not a problem.
No, in Italy also we have 2 costume houses.
We have also 2 costume houses, Anamode and Costumi d'Arte Peruzzi, and we speak together about the market, about everything else. So we are in good relationship about it. But of course, we have the biggest one in Italy, so they are the biggest in Germany, and the most important in Spain. So
Not the biggest, but
the most important, yes. The biggest is not in quantity, but the biggest is the most important in
It's
quality.
not the number of costumes. Thank you.
And not the square meters.
Thank you very much. And because for us, it's most important the quality and the approach. And the approach we approach to the costume designer, the respect of the costume designer, not to give on.
Did you have to create a common legal structure
No.
to cooperate together?
No. There is no legal framework or legal structure behind the alliance. It's more a handshake under under friends. So when it starts with Umberto and Tim, and now it's mainly we 3 plus Jeremy and Alessandro who are running this cooperation, so to say. No legal structure, nothing.
No, because it's not a cartello. It's we have all.
It's not a cartello. We have our prices, our rules, but we collaborated together to give the effort to the costume designer and to help the costume designer with the production, with all the problems he can have, because their problems are our problems. So
That was, thank you so much. That was great.